Hello beautiful people, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. In this video you are going to learn how I made this beautiful lovely top with this cape and the exaggerated sleeve. I hope you are feeling it. You can also see the back, how beautiful it is. So all you have to do is to watch till the end so that you won't miss any point. Okay, I made the pattern drafting very detailed and easy to understand, and also you are going to learn how to sew a neat finishing top. Okay, you can see inside of this top is very neat finish, and that is what you stand to gain if you watch till the end. Okay, enjoy this lovely video. If you have any question, drop it on the comment section. I will attend to that. All right guys, enjoy your watching. Let's get started. So in this video we will be learning how to make that beautiful off shoulder top you see on the screen. I know you guys can't wait to make this. Okay, all you have to do is to watch to the end and listen very carefully. Okay, so the materials you'll be needing for this is your tracing wheel. If you don't have it, you get it. You know I love tracing. I don't like cutting through my patterns. I love tracing it on another paper so that I can use my pattern for future purposes. So you need the tracing wheel, you need your curve ruler, so you need these rulers, your tape rule, eraser, pencil. So guys, I hope you can see this. I love using pencils, and sometimes I use marker for my illustration because I want you guys to see it, but I believe you guys can actually see this because this involves drawing of our cape. You can see that our off shoulder has cape, so I would really love to use pencil to draw the cape so that my marker won't mess up our design. Okay, just watch carefully and let's get started. So guys, we are using our full scale bodice, and I've put up a video on how to draft a full scale bodice. So if you've not watched that video, you should go and watch it so that you understand how we drafted our full scale bodice, and this is what we are using. Okay, I've made the video on how to draft a full scale bodice, so you should go and watch it so you understand how we arrive at this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to find the midpoint of my shoulder measurements and connect it to my bust point. This is called shoulder contouring. Okay, so I'm connecting it to my bust point like so. So I connect it to my bust point. So you see the reason why I love using pencil. So if I make any mistake, I will gladly clean it and correct it. So you should also adopt this method. Okay. So I'm going to connect this center point to my bust point and not this place. So that was actually the mistake I made that made me clean it up. Okay, so after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to do my underbust tightening. If you've watched my video on how to draft a corset, I explained it very well on how you can do your underbust tightening over there. You can go and watch it so that you understand more, but by the way, I'm going to explain it. Okay, so to do your underbust tightening, all you have to do is to get your underbust circumference. I've also did a video on how to take a full bodice measurement, so you can go there and watch how you can take a proper measurement. Okay, so my underbust circumference is 30. Okay, so for your underbust tightening, you are going to divide your underbust circumference by 4, then you minus it from your pattern underbust. Whatever you will get, that is what we are going to use for our underbust tightening. So my natural underbust circumference is 30 divided by 4, and I have 7.5. Okay, so for my pattern underbust, I'm going to measure what I have from this point to this point, and from this point to this point where my bodice where my body stop and not the same allowance. Okay, so watch carefully. I'm measuring what I have on my under bust pattern. So I have 318 from this point to this point. Then I'll proceed to the other dart leg and I'll stop here. So I have 8 inches as my pattern under bust. So 7.5 minus 8, I have extra 0.5 inches. Okay, so 7.5 minus 8, I have extra 0.5 inches extra. So I have the excess of 0.5. So this 0.5, I'm going to put it on my under bust, okay, after the dart leg, but I'm going to put it in such a way that the measurement I'm going to put this side will be bigger. So all I'm just going to do is to put 0.375 here, and from here I'm just going to put 0.125. Then I'll connect it. So I actually explained this very well on the corset drafting video I made, so you should go and watch it for more clarity. Okay, so I'm also going to connect this one like so. So this way we have done our underbust tightening. Okay, the essence of underbust tightening is to be able to clinch your underbust, okay, to clinch it very well so that your bustier will come out very well. So after doing your underbust tightening, the next thing you are going to do is to draw your bust circle. Okay, simply measure what you have from your bust point to your underbust. I have 3.5, then I will use the 3.5 to draw my underbust circle. So in creating any design, I love drawing my underbust circle. Okay, so this will actually help me to know if so this is my bust point. Actually, I'm supposed to start on my bust point. Okay, so the essence of drawing your underbust circle is to know actually if the design you are creating will reveal your breast, because like I told you while we are drafting our corset video, that any design that goes below your underbust circle will actually reveal your breast. So it's very important you draw your underbust circle. Okay, so this line actually is my underbust circle. So go ahead and do the same thing for yours, because when we will be creating our design, we will put it into consideration. Okay, so the next thing is to determine how low I want my off shoulder to be. Okay, for me I will want it to just be on top of my bust, because this circle is representing my bust. So any design I'm making that will be on top of this circle, it will not reveal my breast. Instead it will be very much, okay. So I'm just going to, from the armhole line, I'm just going to come up by 2 inches, and I'll just connect a straight line like that. Okay, so this will be the guide of the line I'm working with while creating my design. I hope you understand that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to do my upper bust tightening. Okay, so I'm just going to, from this line, I'm just going to take ½ inch on each side of the line, and I will connect it back to my bust point. So I hope you are understanding what I'm doing. If you're not understanding it, drop your questions on the comment section. I will attend to that. So the essence of this upper bust tightening is to cling it so that your off shoulder won't be falling off anyhow. Okay, I hope you get that. So after contouring my upper bust, I'm going to draw my neckline. So for me, I want a slight sweetheart neckline. And how deep this neckline is going to be, I just want it to stop at the chest line. So if you go below the chest line, just know that you are going to reveal your cleavage a little bit. Okay, yeah. So I'm just going to draw my sweetheart neckline like so. Like I told you, I want this on top of my bust. Then I'll connect it to the armhole. Okay, to that point where I want my shoulder, how I want my shoulder to be off shoulder to be off, sorry. Okay, so you can see this is the neckline I'm working with. Are you feeling this? I know you guys are feeling it. So the next thing, you notice that we have a cape on this off shoulder. Okay, it's very simple, don't panic. This is how you are going to create this cape. From this point, you know, this design is going to have a zipper at the front and not at the back. Okay, so my cape, I won't want it to enter into the zip, but the length of this cape is going to be 5 inches for me. Okay, then from this point I'm coming out by 1 inch because I don't want this cape to enter into my zip. Then I'm just going to connect it like this. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. Then this cape is going to enter into the armhole. Just come to your armhole. For me, I used 2 inches, so you mark your 2 inches. So this is how it's going to enter to the armhole. From this point you mark 2 inches, then you connect it. So you give it any type of shape you want with your curve ruler. So you see how I give my own that beautiful shape you guys are seeing over there. So, and this is my cape for the front. I hope you guys are enjoying this tutorial. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to determine how the length of my top, because I wouldn't want it to go down to this hip. Okay, I would want it to look very smart. So because I want my top to look very smart, I will come to the waistline. I will just come down by 3 inches. Okay, then at the hip line I will come up by 5 inches. Guys, this is not static. You can make your own more or less, okay, depending on how you want it. Okay, then I will connect it like that. And yes, we have our beautiful top here. Okay, so the next thing you are going to do now, I'm going to open up this line that holds both the center front and center back, so that I can be able to, you know, close this dart and also close this dart to make sure that these lines are symmetric. Okay, so I'm going to close this dart to make sure that these lines are symmetric, so to make sure that none is bigger than each other. Okay, and if they are not equal, I'm just going to use my curve ruler to make it equal. Okay, I'm just going to use my curve ruler to make both lines equal. Okay, so it's now equal. So now we are almost done with the front. For this dart, you can notice, if you watch my tutorial on how to draft a full scale bodice, you will notice that the front and the back are not equal, and for you to make this equal, we have to close the side bust dart. And in order to close the side bust dart, we are going to open up this center line, okay, this shoulder line that you are seeing. We are going to open it up and stop on the bust point 0.125 before the bust point. That's where you are going to stop, so that we can close this line, okay, because if you don't close this side bust dart, it won't align with the back, okay. So let's do that. So I have cut this open, so I can now close the side bust dart. And if you close the side bust dart, you will notice that this line has moved. All you have to do is to draw in your new line, okay, like this. So, and that is it. So I'm going to tape back this neckline because we've not traced our cape, okay. So I'm going to use my paper tape to tape it back. So I have closed back what I cut open. So I've closed it back because we've not traced our cape. So we move to the back, okay. We move to the back. All you have to do is to measure what you have here. I have 2 inches from this point to this point. Then I will just put it back like this, okay. I will put it back like this and I will connect it like so. So once you connect it, just extend this line, okay. Then after that, because I want the back to be a slight slant, okay, I don't always like my back bodice to be straight. I'm going to come down by ½ inch and connect it to this point. And I also have a cape at the back of my top, okay. All you have to do is just also come down by 5 inches from this point, and you also come out by 1 inch to give it that slant, okay. And you connect it like this, just like you did for the front, and you also measure 2 inches. So that is how it's going to enter to the ankle, and this is the cape for our back. Very, very simple. Then the next thing is to determine, so you do the same thing you do for the front, because the side seam must align, okay. You also come up by 5 inches and you connect it, and that is it. Simple, right? Oh, I know I made this tutorial very simple. I deserve some accurate, right? If you know I deserve some accurate for this tutorial, show it on the comment section, girls. All right, so our pattern is ready to be traced out. So I will show you guys how to trace it, but if you have been watching my video, tracing this out won't be a problem for you, okay. And you notice that the side seam are not aligning. Don't worry, once you close this side bust dart, it's going to align. So let me quickly show you guys how you are going to trace this out, and we are almost done. So guys, this is how you are going to trace this. So you can see I closed back this shoulder line that I split. That is because I want to trace the cape. So you are going to put a paper under, okay, and you get your tracing wheel and you trace the cape. You can see this is the cape you are going to trace. Once you trace the cape, you add seam allowances all round. So after tracing the cape, you are going to trace the center front, this side. This is the center front and this is the side front. So you are going to trace the side front from here, okay, like I'm showing you. You are following this dart, not this dart. You are following your contoured underbust dart and you are following this line, okay. So you trace it, but before you trace this, make sure you are adding we are adding the 1 inch zip allowance we are going to put on the front, okay, before you trace the center front. So you trace it, you add 1/2 inch joining allowance all round. Then to trace the side front, all you are going to do is to open up this line like so, and you are going to close the side busters before you trace the side front. And once you close it, you tape it down like you are seeing, okay. If you tape it down, you are going to trace from this point to the underbust contour dart, then to this point, the armhole, and this. So that is it for the side dart. So note that once you are tracing, you are following this line. You know this is the dart that we removed, so you are following this line, and that is it. Then, so I've shown you guys how to trace the front. Make sure that you put another paper under and you trace, okay. And when you trace, you don't need to add any seam allowance at the side seam, because I already added seam allowance when I dragged this pattern. So if you didn't add seam allowance on your own pattern, ensure to add side seam allowance, okay. So for the back, we also have 3 pieces to trace. We have the center bag, the side bag, and the cape that will be at the back, okay. So you don't need to add zipper allowance while tracing the center back, because of course the zip is going to be in the center front, okay. So all you have to do is to put a paper under your pattern, and you are tracing the center back like so. Follow this, okay, like this. And for the side back, you also put a paper under and trace like this and like this, okay. So, and to trace the cape at the back, all you have to do is to put a paper under, okay, and trace the cape, okay. So you can see the cape that we created. You trace it and you add 0.5 inches seam allowance all round. So I will do the tracing and I will show you guys the outcome, and we proceed with the sewing.